Welcome, please, the lovely Rita Moreno.
Welcome back to Prestige Buzz. Today, we dive into the harrowing and triumphant life of a living legend. If you enjoy deep dives into Hollywood's golden era and the untold stories of its brightest stars, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification so you never miss an upload. The breaking of an icon. Rita Moreno won her Oscar in 1962. By all accounts, she should have been untouchable. Instead, she was broken. Behind her professional triumph was a personal nightmare orchestrated by the man considered the greatest actor of his generation. He made women feel like the center of the universe, only to discard them like movie props. Rita lasted 8 years in his orbit. She endured infidelity hidden in plain sight, a medical emergency that nearly took her life, and a secret she buried for 6 decades. Now, at 94, she is finally telling the whole truth. A heavy beginning. Born Rosa Dolores Alverio Marcano on December 11, 1931, in Puerto Rico, Rita's life began with instability. Her parents' marriage collapsed amid rumors of abuse and infidelity before she was even a year old. Raised near the El Yunque rainforest, she learned early that love and fear often occupied the same space. In 1936, her mother sought a better life in New York. The 5-day journey on the SS Carabobo was a dark omen. A violent storm terrified the 5-year-old girl. When they arrived in February, the slap of ice from the New York winter made Rita ask if the trees had died. But the coldest part was the family she left behind. Her baby brother, Francisco, stayed in Puerto Rico. By the time Rita tried to find him years later, he was gone, a lifetime-sized hole that never truly closed. From Rosita to Rita. In Spanish Harlem, survival was the only priority. Rita and her mother shared cramped tenements with other families. When her mother married Edward Moreno, Rosa Dolores became Rita Moreno. It was a name easier for America to digest, but it signaled the first of many times Rita would be asked to shrink her identity to make the world comfortable. Her talent, however, could not be shrunk. By age 6, she was training with Paco Cancino, uncle to Rita Hayworth. By 9, she was performing in Greenwich Village nightclubs to help pay the rent. By 11, she was dubbing American films into Spanish. At 14, she debuted on Broadway in Skydrift. Though the play failed, the industry noticed. Rita chose to leave school and jump into Hollywood, a world that didn't yet know how to respect her. The house ethnic. MGM mogul Louis B. Mayer saw Rita as a Latina Liz Taylor. Hollywood didn't see a person, they saw a house ethnic. She was cast as Polynesian, Egyptian, Native American, or Siamese, anything but herself. I ended up creating a universal ethnic accent because I had no idea how those places sounded, and nobody in power cared. Even after appearing in Singin' in the Rain, executives claimed they didn't know how to use her because of her Hispanic name. Beyond the casting office, there was physical danger. For a year, 20th Century Fox executive Buddy Adler stalked and harassed her, only stopping when he eventually grew bored. The 8-year storm, Marlon Brando. In 1954, on the set of Desiree, 22-year-old Rita met Marlon Brando. The attraction was instantaneous and scalding, but it evolved into an 8-year cycle of obsession and humiliation. Brando was a serial philanderer. Rita would find other women's lingerie in his home, he would deny it, then pivot to explosive jealousy if she even looked at another man. While tangled with Rita, Brando married 2 other women, Anna Kashfi and Movita Castaneda, and fathered children with both. In a desperate bid for self-respect, Rita used a brief fling with Elvis Presley to make Brando jealous. It worked. Brando erupted in a chair-throwing rage, but it didn't fix the fundamental rot in their relationship. Rita later realized she was chasing the approval of a father figure she could never truly win over. The Anita Paradox. In 1960, Rita fought for the role of Anita in West Side Story. It was her chance at dignity, yet the production still mirrored the era's prejudices. She nearly quit over the original lyrics to the song America, which insulted Puerto Rico as an ugly island of diseases. Fortunately, Stephen Sondheim rewrote them. Even as the only actual Puerto Rican in the principal cast, she was forced to wear dark brown face makeup. When she questioned why everyone had to be the same shade, she was incredibly accused of being racist. The Oscar and the aftermath. On April 9, 1962, Rita Moreno made history as the first Hispanic woman to win an Academy Award. But behind the scenes, her life was shattering. Shortly after her win, she discovered she was pregnant with Brando's child. Brando arranged for an abortion, a procedure that was botched, leading to a life-threatening medical emergency. The emotional weight led Rita to attempt suicide. She survived, and a therapist finally gave her the ultimatum: leave Brando or lose herself. They split, and Brando married someone else that same year. Shockingly, the Oscar didn't open doors. Hollywood continued to offer her Spitfire stereotypes. In an act of radical self-respect, Rita stepped back from film for 7 years, refusing to play roles that insulted her heritage. A new chapter, Leonard Gordon. In 1965, Rita married Dr. Leonard Gordon. He was the stability she craved after the Brando storm. They had a daughter, Fernanda, who became the center of Rita's universe. However, over 45 years, the marriage became a cage of care. Leonard became her manager, and the lines between protection and control blurred. Rita admitted she stayed for decades primarily for her daughter. Full circle. Rita's career eventually found its second wind. From her iconic turn on the Electric Company to her nuanced role as a nun in HBO's Oz, she finally proved she could play anything. When Leonard passed in 2010, Rita experienced a quiet liberation. And in 2021, she returned to West Side Story in Steven Spielberg's remake, not as Anita, but as Valentina, an executive producer and a bridge to the past. At 94, Rita Moreno is no longer shrinking. She is a woman who survived the golden age meat grinder and came out the other side with her voice, her dignity, and her story intact. What do you think of Rita's incredible resilience? Let us know in the comments below.